presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Let's go to our man Al in Homosassa. What's going on, brother?
Isn't it wonderful? I went ahead and invested in your Tiger dollars, and I went ahead and got the gold report for a year, and also your morning, your call letter and stuff like that. And I got over a 50% return in one day, not counting everything else. But I just want to thank you. Tom's not perfect, but he tells you how to put your stops in, and he keeps your losses small. You can take your small losses, but then all of a sudden you'll be like Babe Ruth, and you'll hit a home run. I mean, a big home run. Yeah. And put the money in your pocket.
Okay, brother. You're awesome, man. Thank you.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night and a great week, folks. Love coming out of you makes you happy. The whole world can love you, but that's not the love that'll make you happy. What will make you happy is to share all the love you have inside of you. That is the love that will make the difference. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 310. Nasdaq's up 28. S&P's up 17.5. Gold up $35, trading at $17.15 an ounce. We get silver up 52 cents, $21.44 an ounce. Light sweet crude down $2.72, $89.07 a barrel. Notes and bonds. The 10-year note up 21.6, trading 110.09. The 30-year up a 1.5 at 120 flat. And King Dollar. King Dollar's down 516.6, trading 109.604. The euro is at 1. The yen is at 145.53, and the British pound is at 115 to 1 U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Well, we take a look at the SPY here. Well, let's go into the E-minis first, because the volatility out here, came in about a half hour ago, and it came in spades. No two ways about that. Bottom line, you're going to see what happened here. You can see at these highs, okay? If you get your head into price and volume, folks, okay, the bottom line, you can only stay up here so long with no volume. You can see the first bar there had 36,000 contracts, and then I could go all the way over, and right before you failed, guess what? You had 14,000. And then, boom, someone sold into it. First sell was 38,000. The next one, forget it. Next one was 62,000. Yeah, okay? The 62,000 bar took you right back to 10 o'clock this morning. You're talking about a monster in there selling. That's how it works. Now, that being said, let me show you this, though. That being said, what you're going to see is that we stopped right where there's a buyer. So there's a buyer right here, right above it, actually. So the buyer would be, well, there's two of them. You got one right here, too. That's a little bit higher. Let me put that there. That's a little bit higher right there. That's from Friday. So Friday, you can see right here, 37.90. There's big support there. And then there's also going to be support at the 37.85. It pulls down, bottom line, rejects the price. Now we'll see. We're going to go the rest of the day. Now, let's go into the volumes and see what we have up here, okay? If we take a look at the SPY first, what you have with the SPY, the good news is you have a larger volume than yesterday. Yesterday was anemic beyond belief. We had 68 million yesterday, or at 59. That should do about 70, So I suspect, the bottom line is that we're going to continue to have high volatility, but if we do see the volumes to expand, that's going to be a good thing out here today. Yeah, and the Qs are already expanded. Okay, yesterday, the volume of the Qs was 47 million. We'd already done 48. Now you're coming into 79, but like I say, 48, 58, we'll do about 65, So the bottom line is that I expect what we're going to see is that this range, we're probably going to have a range of And the S&P is probably about 40, 45 points. And the NDX, we're going to have a range of probably 150 to 200 points. Gold's on its way, man. That's the bottom line. And, you know, if you're in the gold market, you know how fast they can go on the way down. And now, finally, we go how fast they can go on the way up, because that's how gold equities and silver equities move. The contract itself has volume. We check out, you get an ABC up, and, you know, the bottom line, oh, let's see, maybe you don't. 294, yeah, you probably don't. We did 294 in the first sign of strength. That was the sign of strength that was established on Friday. Today are 259. There's good numbers. You're coming into 205, you know. So you broke in the downtrend. I think we broke the whole downtrend. Let me look at this. Let's see. So if we do it this way, we might have. Yeah, we did. We did. This is saying, hey, gold's on its way up to 1898. Now let me do this. Let me do a GC1. GC1. And what GC1 is on this Bloomberg, folks, is just a generic chart. So what happens is that you can look back further to see exactly how. Oh, this could get pretty interesting. That the same number? That's the same number. Okay, so now let me put this on a weekly. See what we're looking at. Oh, this could get interesting. It broke it, man. It broke it. This is saying gold's going back to its highs. It broke it. And it broke it with conviction. 2078. Yeah. Okay. I'm digging it, man. That's the bottom line. And, you know, if we take what we needed the streamers to also move. And they're moving in spades. You got real gold up 580. You get volume. Volume's not that great. Yeah, you get 340. I'd like to see about 440 out there. Franco Nevada. We take a look at Franco Nevada. That's up $8. That does have the volume in it. Yeah, this is, and it's so wild, man, when these things move. So in 3 days, Franco Nevada went from 116 to 133. We pull this back, put this, yep, they're all going to highs, man. Ride them, I'm telling you, ride them, man. You know, gold and gold equities, folks, can be, you know, and they are a disaster when they're going down. There's no doubt about that. But guess what? When they're going up, man, there's nothing like it. Because, and one of the main reasons, folks, is that there's not a lot of equities. They're all very small equities. And, you know, you have Newmont and, you know, Barrick, no doubt that they're a little bit bigger. But the market itself is so small that all it takes is a little push into it. And, of course, you know, bottom line, you get an expansion beyond belief. And, you know, today, as someone of the Tigers was saying in the den, well, here, you know, where's gold versus Bitcoin? Bitcoin, folks, you know, the second biggest guy today, bottom line, he's out of the business, man. One day, fried, out of the business. Bang, just like that. Now there's only one guy in the business. He's going down too, man. This whole thing is the biggest freaking Ponzi scheme that's been around for a long time. But bottom line, see ya. Don't want to be ya. Stay right there, folks. Come back when I'm at Mr. Basil Chapman.
Currencies, commodities, and bond markets are as important as ever right now with how they're driving the volatility in equity markets across the globe, which is why it's a great time to try out Teddy Kegstat's Tiger Forex Report. Teddy Kegstat breaks down the Forex markets every Monday using his 30-plus years of experience as a trading veteran of futures, Forex, stocks, and options. Teddy releases his weekly Tiger Forex Report every Monday morning with coverage of all the major currency pairs, including the dollar index, the euro dollar, pound dollar, dollar Swiss, dollar yen, as well as many more, and he also has weekly coverage of the crude oil market and the 30-year T-bonds, as they both influence Forex markets tremendously. When you sign up for the Tiger Forex Report, you also gain instant access to Teddy's 60-minute webinar archive he just hosted, Forex Strategies and Fundamentals, What is Behind the Tiger Forex Report. For all the details and to start your 30-day Tiger Forex Report subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Are you looking for a way to consistently add winning trades to your portfolio? Tom O'Brien is here to help. Tom O'Brien has been successfully trading markets for over 30 years. A frequent contributor to TD Ameritrade Network and CNBC, Tom O'Brien founded TFNN over 20 years ago to help educate investors just like you. Tom's daily market newsletter, Market Insights, is published every morning when the markets open to give you the competitive informational edge you need to succeed. These newsletters are packed full of Tom's advanced technical analysis and are geared to deliver comprehensive strategies for a successful portfolio. Get Tom O'Brien's newsletter, Market Insights, today and try all of our products and newsletters 30 days risk-free with our money-back guarantee at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now trading up 332. We get the Nasdaq up 36. S&P's up 19.5. Let's get over to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, as we do each and every Tuesday. And don't forget, folks, Basil does an outstanding show here every trading day, 10 to 11 Eastern Standard Time. Has a fabulous newsletter, The Opening Call. Now, it's very easy to get Basil's newsletter. Come over to our website at TFNN. Go into newsletters. You'll see The Opening Call on the left-hand side. You just hit subscribe. You can get The Opening Call for 1 month for $149. You get it for 6 months for $695, which is a savings of $199 at 22%. And you can get it for a full year for $1195, which is a savings of $593 and 33%. Now, they all come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, folks. And Basil has about 10 to 12 outstanding webinars on his site. So the way it works, you can sign up. You get a great newsletter. If it doesn't work for you 28 days from now, you can get your money back. It works for you. Well, either way, you're going to get an amazing education, because if you go through those archives, you're going to be off to the races, riding that wave each and every day. Basil Chapman, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Doing great, man. Yourself?
Very good. Thank you.
So, we get a market here.
Well, what's very interesting is that with all the negativity, the move that we've had from the 13th of October, the low of the Dow, 28,660, has fulfilled a bunch of the criteria that I was talking to you about a week ago. We were looking at this, and I said the objective in the Chapman wave is take you from, I'll just show this now for those people new to my work, from a low bar that becomes a buy signal. And if that buy signal is upgraded to a buy mode, it should go to at least 4 higher peaks, and I alphabetize them, A, B, C, D. The 4th highest peak, it can go even E, F, and G, but D is really the objective, and then you need to use other techniques in the Chapman wave. So what did we do? We looked at the low bar. We got in just after the low was made, around about 29,900 for the Dow, and it went peak A, peak B, and a very long leg C. And I said, if I use a particular technique that I call bar symmetry, not from the exact low, but in this case, from a particular level that I usually take it, it's the midpoint of the arch of that H pattern that we made from the low of 28,715 back in late September, then it would take me, first of all, the target would be above the 32,504 high that was made early September. Well, it went above there in leg C. When I spoke to you, we were just in leg D. In other words, it accomplished everything that is the prerequisite for a buy signal to go to a buy mode in the Chapman wave, taking you to at least a D. Well, it made that D. That was the Fed. That afternoon, it pulled back, and then it ran higher, went to 33,071, turned around and formed a Chapman wave inverted Roman candle. I don't want to go through that now. I'll do that in my show tomorrow at 10 o'clock in my Tiger Technicians Hour. But there are a couple of rules that I have, and it fulfilled each one of those rules. The reason why we've been remaining long, we actually had, soon after we went long, we added the 3 times long position in the Dow, it's the UDOW, that's 3 times long the Dow itself. So we've taken about a 30% profit from that. We've still got the core position. And today it went to a leg E. And where's that E? Today's the high is at 33,355 so far. The day's young, you never know. But so far, that's the high for the day. And it's in leg E. The 9 period is over the 14. The MACD is good. The stochastic went from under 80%. It's now at about just on 79%. That's good. It's not great, but it's good. The on-balance volume has been the weak link here, and I like to have that confirm in the rallies, and so far it's been quite weak. But price is the arbiter of the trend, and so far that's what we've got. So the technique that I use here, based on this bar symmetry, was the high that was made on the 26th of August. That was the next level on the upside that I was looking at, 33,364. That was that very ugly candle. I called it a peak A- because it failed. And today we went just above it. So it's reached all the criteria. So now I'm going to move this daily chart that I've got here, moving it to the left, and you will see in the middle the weekly chart. And look where we are. There's this trend line. So 2 trend lines that are parallel become a channel. So there's a little mini channel, and I call it the inside track repellent zone until we can start to trade above it. Every time we've got there, we've been repelled. So today we went fractionally above it, and right as we're speaking, up 363 at 33,180, we're right on the line. And this is still only a leg A. And look, every other failure since the top that was made at peak E at 36,952 the week of the 5th of January, every one of these has failed right inside that pink and green inside track. So here we are again, and they failed either at peak A or a B minus. So we're in leg A. This is one of the strongest legs we've had off a low in the Dow in the weekly chart in a very long time. So the big question is this, so far all the technicals in the daily are fabulous. The weekly chart needs a little work on the stochastic, but it did. This is Tuesday. We've still got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to go. So this L that you see here with the 9-period moving average has finally crossed positive. I have to wait for Friday because it could change. You know, you're looking at a bar. You have to know what your candle is, what time frame, and you can't talk about it until that bar completes because anything can happen. So at this particular point, a lot of the criteria that we wanted have been met. And you can see even on the monthly chart, if we start to move into the 33,500, 600 area, we've broken that downtrend line for the very first time in the monthly chart. So this is a very important period. We remain long. I'm actually looking to add to the long side. But at this particular point, we've got one leg that's gone to a particular target. That's leg E. Remember, I spoke about Bank of America, which we are long. It's finally gotten to that leg D, nicely above the 200-period moving average. We long from the 31s. Today it hit 37.42. Most importantly, in this arch formation in the weekly chart that can revert to a cup formation, we need to close decisively above the 36.94 this Friday. It's really important that this pattern, if it does that, that becomes really positive because it opens the upside. And within that context, what we're looking at is if you can get the Bank of America, which is in the financials, to rally and continue to rally, I think that's a good thing. Another stock that we have, it's actually an ETF, is IAI, which is the broker-dealer ETF. It too has just gone above into a leg D. So remember, the objective in the Chapman wave is to get you to at least a D, and that's where other things can happen. And this is where we're going to monitor it closely because the technicals here are all pretty good. We'll have to see what the result. You know, I never say it's this particular instance, like the election, that's going to make a difference. No, it's what the market perceives. How the market reacts is the only thing I care about. So whatever the market does, whatever the election results are, what the market does tells me what could be next. So let's see how this holds or fails. But at this particular point, a number of the criteria I was looking for are there, and we're right on the cusp of either a breakout to the upside or having a consolidation. So far, it's looking pretty good.
Folks, it's very easy to get Basil's newsletter. Come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to get newsletters. You'll see the opening call on the left-hand side. You hit that button, and you're off the races, and you're riding that wave. Basil, you have a great one, safe one. Bottom line, thanks for doing my show last week. Really appreciate it. And we look forward to the show tomorrow morning.
Thank you very much, Tom. You too.
Thanks, man. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my Gold Report. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 406. We get the NASDAQ up 65, S&P's up 29. Let's go to our man, Jose. Jose, what's going on, brother? You there? Okay, he's, I'll get back to him. How about Robert? Robert from Hyde Park. Robert, what's going on, brother? Nope.
Tom, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Doing great.
Good.
Appreciate the show. Appreciate the insights. I was looking at EWZ and the inverse ETF there, BZQ.
Okay, EWZ and what other one?
BZQ.
Okay, so
which is the inverse. ProShares Ultra.
Okay.
I couldn't believe the volume coming in on BZQ today is kind of, is big.
Okay, so let's take a look what you have here. So BZQ is the Pro Shares Ultra Short Brazil. And then, the EWZ is the, one second, okay, let me see this. Okay, so let's start with EWZ, right? Okay, so this is the ETF for the Brazilian 2550 index. Let me just look at this for a second. So inside this, okay, so you get the big oil companies, you get the banks. Okay. Oh, you got Valley. Okay, I got it. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Okay, so are you on the long side or the short side? What are we doing here?
I was on the short side on BCQ. I thought I would just take a little bit on the pullback from EWZ, which looks like it's going up, and you've been talking about oil and the dollar, and it makes sense with what you're saying. So, but BZQ isn't really moving today. It's just got a lot of volume behind it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in BCQ, I'd get out.
Yep.
Is that where you're at? Yeah, just get out. Because you see this, if we go to EWZ, watch this. You go to EWZ, what's happening is that, you know, when you went up Friday, that had good volume. So we went up Friday with 46 million. You come back yesterday with 32. You're testing that today with 25. You see how that works? Mm-hmm. So this wants higher price. You know?
That makes sense.
Yeah, this looks to me that this, 34.59 is game. And then here, I'm going to pull up iron ore for a second. So, because iron ore has been getting smoked, but it started going higher again last week. And Valley's all about iron ore. Yeah, see, so, a week and a half ago, iron ore was down at $5.99 a ton. Now we're at $6.86. So this is trying to get to the top of its consolidation, which is $7.45. Yeah, that's the way I'd kind of try to trade that out. What you're going to see coming in the future, and look at this market, folks. So the NDX was negative when I started. It's up 124 right now. But what you have here is that if this dollar keeps going lower, Robert, every type of commodity will start going higher. Because they're priced in dollars, So, and you've seen these commodities. When these commodities run, man, they can run like an incredible way. There's no doubt about it. So,
right.
And what you do have is that Brazil. If you remember, you have to go back quite a way, folks. But if you go back, whether it's the run from 2002 to 2011, when you have a commodity run, Brazil can get cash flow wise out of anything and everything because it's a monster commodity country. So they end up making money hand over fist, and everyone makes that money, period. Do you know what I'm saying? So
I do.
Yeah.
Cool.
You've been getting some good weather out there, haven't you?
Oh, it's been great.
I know.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. Okay, well, listen, you have a great one and a safe one.
Thank you.
Okay, have a great one. Thank you so much. Let's go take a look at so this morning. So what ended up happening this morning, folks, is that you have Yamana. Yamana is saying yes to Anico Eagle and Pan American Silver, and no to GFI. So AEM right from the get-go, the market always liked this deal. AEM's up 250 right now. Let's see PAS, because the PAS part, the market really didn't like it, but PAS, they still don't, man. So PAS, the piece that they're getting out of Yamana, the market doesn't like it. Everything is up. PAS is only up 13 cents, which is insane because PAS is a very volatile stock, and when it moves, man, it can move beyond belief. If you go to GFI, the market, they're elated that, bottom line, that GFI is out of it. Now, GFI gets two different things out of this, right? You can see all of a sudden in 4 days, the stock went from $7.30 to $9.85, and then they're going to get an additional 300 grand. I mean, 300 million, not 300 grand. 300 million. So the walk away from Humana is $300 million. Now, we'll see whether GFI comes back into the play or not, you know. But right now, let me put this on a weekly. Well, your next stop here is probably, 1057. That's where it wants to go. And you're in the higher range now at GFI, man. But once you got back inside 834, you know, that says that GFI can go to much higher prices. That's how these things work. And, you know, what we will see, the thing that's going to be so intriguing here, folks, is the aspect that, you know, we have the elections today. We'll get the results tomorrow. And it's going to be the CPI, though, that runs everything, man. The CPI, you know, you got to separate the market from emotions, okay? Well, no, you can't separate the market from emotions. My point is the CPI is what's really going to run these things, and we'll see where this shakes out. You know, if we look at the Fed fund, well, here, no, let's go to the bonds, because when we were talking yesterday, these bonds, the bottom line is that they were coming back into that low, dramatically lighter volume. That sets up higher price, and you can see here, watch this. These bonds want higher price. Whatever is happening out there, we're going to get a little lift from the bonds also. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay, so the bonds, if we go back, on the 31st of October, the bonds made a low. See, I'm talking the 10-year now, okay? 10-year makes the low 108.26. It has 2.4 million contracts, okay? Then what it did, and this is big, because this is when I always love this, when you can go higher, and you took out this little swing, and it did take it out with volume. You did 2.35 million at the 111.31. Then what does it do? Pulls back with dramatically lighter volume. You pull back with 1.6 million versus 2.4, and you start moving higher today. This 10 years on its way back up to the 111.31. We'll see where it can go higher. But what that says, if that's what we get, that also says that the dollar is going to continue to keep going lower. So you really want to wrap your head around the aspect, even if you're not trading, because you're going to be able to learn so much, folks, in the next 48 hours, technically and fundamentally. But if you put that price and volume up, you're really going to learn a lot, because it's going to seem that it can't go up. It's going to seem like it can't go down. It's going to do all of the above. And guess what? It's either higher volume, lower volume. What is it going against? The Dow right now up 473, Nasdaq's up 101, S&P's are up 38. We'll come right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Tom O'Brien. Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 431. You get the Nasdaq up 85. S&P's up 32. Now, we got to check this out, and I want to thank Peter in the den for bringing this up. So check this out, folks. You got Robinhood, right? The whole market's up. Look what Robinhood's doing. Robinhood is down to 37 million shares. Now, what this is all about, if you remember, a few weeks ago, what you had is that the bottom line is that the guy that just went upside down, Bankman-Fried, bottom line, had bought 7.6% stake in Robinhood. Bottom line is that I suspect that margin call. So if you didn't hear what happened yet, the bottom line in one day, okay. The two largest were Binance Financial and FTX. The difference, however, is Binance is 10 times bigger than FTX. Yeah, 10 with an X, okay? What ended up happening is, and here's the history, which is really cool, man, that Sam Bankman worked for Binance, okay? That's how he learned this whole deal. I mean, he's a bright guy. There's no doubt about that. But the bottom line, he worked for it, split off from it. The two owners were going at it. And, you know, it seemed like 2 months ago that, you know, Bankman-Fried was the smartest character on the earth. And I suspect the guy from Binance was cracking up because guess what? He had a $500 million pull that he pulled everything out of FTX, crumbled it in one day. 30%. He had to sell to FTX. I mean, he had to sell to Binance, okay? You get the gist of it. It's only going to be a matter of time before the other guy goes, too, because it's all about a bank run. What these guys do, the bottom line is that... Okay, so let's talk about a bank run for a second, how this works, right? So what happened in the 30s, the Depression, right? Everyone puts their money in the bank. And the bankers used that money for other assets. So it was illiquid, right? When the Depression came, everything went down, so everyone's money was lost. And in that particular case, that's how the FDIC came in. That's when regulation came in, bottom line, to protect people's money, right? Okay, so we're at this point out here now, and you have the banking structure and you have the rules that are in it. There's no rules in, crypto. You don't even know whether the money's there or not. You don't know what they put the money into. Well, we know now. What do we know? We know that Bankman-Fried, what was happening is that when all these other companies were going down, he was eating them up. Now, he was eating them up, though, with his coin, folks, okay? And he was paying astronomical money, man. On the first deal, he lost $125 million, just like that. It was like, man, this is a trip. He can lose $125 million. Bottom line, you get the gist of it. He lost it all now, okay? That's the first part on Robinhood. The second part on Robinhood, though, is crazy. Well, this is a different story, but this is Wall Street in general, folks, okay? And you got to really understand this, okay? Look at this. This is like these are the things that Wall Street gets away with on a continual basis. You know, people work hard for the money, and Wall Street eats it up, sucks it out, and spits it out. Robinhood's chief executive was fielding questions on the company's latest earnings call. One person asked about a dormant project. The dormant project happened to be, would Robinhood resume letting customers invest in initial public offerings? The bottom line is that Bloomberg did a analysis on this program, right? Listen to this, folks, okay? And this is always, you know, for all us day traders, what always used to happen, so check this out. It doesn't happen as much anymore because everything's more liquid, but I'm going back 15 years, 16 years, 20 years, whatever. And what would happen is if you got the bid too quick, it's like, oh no, someone's there, everyone's going to tank it. Well, the bottom line is that, let me see, I believe it's 23 IPOs that they offered their clients in every single, there's not one IPO that made money. Yeah, there it is. All 23 of IPOs that customers, that they gave customers are down double-digit percentages as of yesterday. Yeah. And then, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Five of them are down 89%. Like, you know, anyway, you get the gist of it. You know, understand nothing is free, okay? And you don't get IPOs, folks, just have an account somewhere. It's not how it works in Wall Street. The way that it works, folks, is that in order to get an IPO, you have to keep feeding, I'm talking about a good IPO. You have to keep feeding the beast. And if you feed the beast, what ends up happening, they'll give you a couple crumbs, they set the crumbs up, and then they'll tell you can't sell the crumbs. Well, the bottom line, sell the crumbs anyway, okay, if you happen to get in that position. But, you know, the bottom line is that they're selling paper. In this particular paper, you know, they got smoked. And there's no doubt, as one of our targets is saying, a whole generation gets ripped off, and they did. Because what happened is this, is that because of the pandemic, there are so many people that came in the marketplace, and what ended up happening? It's just like, you know, it's just like any type of investment. If you make a huge amount of money at the beginning, everyone thinks they're King Kong. That's how it works, man. And what did happen is that in the beginning of the pandemic, you know, you had the Robinhood, you had the Reddit, okay? And I'm sure that there's hundreds of thousands of people that made money, and guess what? I bet there's probably not 30,000 people that actually made any money at the end of the deal. And 30,000 might be a big number because we know on paper how fast it goes. You know, it goes like so fast, it's incredible. ARQQ, let's see what we have here. So ARQQ, this is a technology solutions company, cybersecurity company, creates unbreakable software, encryption keys, are easy, universal. Okay, the low is $3.80, the high is $41. They're looking to take in $29 million, and they're actually looking to make money this year. And they have a market cap of $1.2 billion. Well, let's see what this baby looks like. Okay. So you got a little rocket ship here. Okay, so you're over the last swing at 890, and you have volume, and on a weekly. So this sets up, yeah, you can have more volatility. I mean, this week alone, it went from 580 to 1034. Not sure whether it's just a pump and a dump, but let me look at this something. Yeah, you only get 2% float. That's not bad. Yeah, that stock looks to me like it wants higher price. You got to be careful, though. When a stock is up 5 days, you know, and it goes up, let's see, 4 days, it goes up $5 as a $4 stock. Just be careful, man. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Just call, folks. Come right back.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials up 415, Nasdaq up 82, S&P's up 31. Let's go take a look at Rob McEwen's equity. So this has got some movement today. So if you happen to be in McEwen Mine, MUX, okay, you're up 10% today. Now this is an equity that's got hit in an incredible way. If you bring this back, you're going to see it. Now my point here is this: if you're in the equity market, in the metals market, this is what ends up happening. Let me show you this for a second, because this is really cool how this works. What you want to do, if you want to do a little fundamental research on the equities that you own, this is the way to do it. What to do, see, when you get to these price points and we have gold moving like this, there's a certain price point, folks, fundamentally, that each company has, that they make money hand over fist when they get to that price point. And if you're wondering why that they can move such an extraordinary way, that's what it is. What ends up happening is that if the ore that's coming out, like you can see silver's running, right? The bottom line is that when you start getting to $21 on silver, there's not many silver stocks that their ore out of the ground, flat out, I'm talking about cash price plus fixing the ground, there's not many of them that have a price more than $17.50. So what ends up happening, when it gets over that level, the amount of money that goes to the bottom line is extraordinary. And that's why you're seeing some of these runs that are out there. And I suspect, with MUX, is that more than likely someone's seeing that, okay? That's how this thing kind of shakes out, okay? You can imagine, okay? The bottom line, you get over that level, you know, they're talking about millions of ounces. So if you get millions of ounces, okay, down $3, $4, $5, bottom line, that goes to the bottom line. That's why metals are cyclical, because the bottom line is that you go up and down, up and down, up and down, and that'll never change, man, okay? You'll get to higher levels, but that's how the metal market rocks. Always remember, folks, the bear can claw your heart out, the bull can run you over, and thank God there's always another trade. Health, happiness, and prosperity. Have a great night, folks. Have a safe night. Come back and visit Tommy tomorrow morning. Kicks us off 9 a.m. Great show, folks. Look at him, folks.
Building wealth